Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Maria Nemeth. I'm the founder and director of the Academy for Coaching Excellence. And I want to welcome you to this webinar. So you want to become a certified coach. Thank you. Thank you so much for deciding to spend time with me learning about what this program is all about. It's something that is so exciting for me. I have been a coach with people for about 36 years now. And I'm also a PhD psychologist. So before becoming a coach, I actually did psychotherapy, but decided that coaching was really much more my temperament. Psychotherapy is really good for helping people heal from crises and traumas and what happens to us in life from time to time. But you see, coaching uh, supports people to design and live the life that they would love to live. And so it takes people from the point of having been healed or not being in a healing program, just where they are in general, and taking them forward in life. So if that's what you love to do, if you love to support people in having their goals and dreams come true, if you love to see how happy they are when they're successful, and you want to be a part of that, then you just might have the temperament to be a coach. The purpose of our time together today, I'm going to talk to you about what coaching is all about and see if the Academy for Coaching Excellence program is for you. And what you're going to get here is what our philosophy is about professional coaching. And you're going to discover a pathway that you can take to become a masterful coach using our methodology. I'll answer any common questions that people have about our program, and you'll get pricing and the next steps for you if this is something that you'd love to do. So in addition, we'll talk about the usual timeline that it takes people to become a certified coach. So sit back, relax, and here we go. Okay. This is for you if you're just playing around with the idea of possibly becoming a coach. And you want to hear more about it. Or if you are thinking seriously about a career, being a certified trained coach. Or finally, if you are actively looking for a program that you can join as soon as possible so that you can begin your career journey as a coach as soon as possible, always. As soon as possible, also. Now, why we opened this academy. It's important for you to know the philosophy that guides the opening of any institution that says that it will train you for a profession. In our case, the reason we opened this academy is because we saw that coaching is a very important profession. If we were 35 years ago, if we were talking 30 years ago, you would have seen that the people would say, what are you talking about? We have voice coaches, we have sports coaches, we have drama coaches, a life coach. I've never heard about that. Or even a leadership or executive coach. During those days, coaching wasn't talked about so much, but now it is. And I want to give you a secret. Coaching is just as powerful as psychotherapy. It really is. I'm going to say this again. Coaching is just as powerful as psychotherapy. Because you see, with a coach, you're holding the person's goals and dreams in your hands, and how their life turns out is um, partly a factor in how well you have coached them. And being a psychologist, as well as a master certified coach from the International Coach Federation, I saw that it would be wonderful to get our hat into the ring with a very rigorous yet fun program that will give you what you need to be a masterful professional coach. Because make no mistake, coaching is a professional. At the same time, over the years, in studying with various people who I considered to be masters, I developed a program that is so empowering to people, because we don't do any diagnosis, we don't do any therapy, we don't do anything like that. What we do is support the inner power of the person that we're working with. And in that way, they often transcend their doubts and worries and the things that would naturally slow them down from having the life they would love to live, or the goals that they would love to have. So a coach, very quickly, in our eyes, is someone who supports you, first of all, to see what's important to you. You know, we all have some values inside that sometimes are just waiting to emerge so that we can see them and work with them. We also have things that we call life's intentions, which are the purposes that you're here to contribute. This sounds something like this: to be a contributor to my community, to be financially successful, to be a loving friend, to be a successful entrepreneur, to be an adventurer, to be physically fit and healthy, to be spiritually developing. How do those sound to you? You know, if any of them sound like an opening as a way to kind of breathe, you're getting in touch with the whole idea of what a life's intention is designed to do. The next thing a coach does is help people plan how they're going to take small, sweet steps to accomplish a goal or dream that they'd love. A coach also helps people when they stop. Come on, it's inevitable that once you start off on something, there'll be a time in which you stop, you know, and you'll want to give up. And you hear this voice inside of you that says, do I really want this goal or dream? It happens to everybody. And a coach is someone who helps you go past that point where you'd normally stop and give up on yourself or give up on a goal or dream. The next thing a coach does is support people to celebrate what they've done, because we're so used to rushing and running through things in life. Yes, I did this, great, I'll check that off. I did that, great, check it off. But what about enjoying and savoring what you've done? So, see, a coach is someone who is in your corner. You could say is on your side, who sees what you're truly capable of, who coaches you to go way past where you would normally stop yourself. It's so wonderful. And really the major agenda of a coach, the way we see it, is our only agenda is to further your agenda. So, what sets us apart? People ask, what sets us apart? Well, our principles and tools are taken from, are honed from wisdom traditions of what it takes to be a successful human being. So we have certain principles. I'll give you an example. One of the most powerful principles that you can always declare is, I am willing. I am willing. You know, the people who we admire in life, the people who always seem to go forward, who don't stop or give up, almost all of them use these three words, I am willing. And based upon that and going further, there's so many things that we can learn about our own hero's journey and how to see that people have goals and dreams and a desire to make a difference, that they have their own answers, and that just by being with us, the coach, they are contributing to us, and that they deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. These are some of the principles that we teach from. There are many, many others and tools that go along with these principles. But I think that's what sets us apart. We have a broad vision of what it is to be alive and to want to live life with no regrets at any point in your life, that you can say, you know what, I'm doing what I'm meant to be doing in life. So, you know, if you have further questions about any of what you hear me saying, you can always get them answered in on our webpage by asking for a chat, because we love to hear from people. We love to, you know, answer any of the questions you have. So our approach is ontological, meaning that it's a higher realm of looking at what a human being is. It's universal. It's pragmatic, because the tools we give you, you can use immediately with your clients. It's compassionate. It's socially conscious, because we have a real socially conscious ethic here at the Academy for Coaching Excellence. And of course, once again, using that word, it's ethical. So, you know, the question to look at is, what would it be like for me to be a successful coach? You know, what would it be like for you to have clients that appreciate you and that refer other people to you? What would it be like? What would it be like for you to begin the end of the day and end the day, begin and end the day energized? You can be tired because you've worked hard, but you can still be energized because you had the opportunity to empower people on their own journey. And what would it be like for you to have a community that supported you 100% in your professional and financial success? And this is really important. What would it be like for you to be earning the fees that reflect your vigorous and rigorous training? You know, I've written a book that's considered by many to be a handbook for financial fulfillment. It's called The Energy of Money. And one of the things I talk about in that book is that if you want to be making money as a professional, make sure you're trained to provide excellent service. Then you'll have no hesitation charging them money that is commensurate with your ability. So we provide rigorous training because we don't want to waste your time. Oh, and incidentally, even though it's rigorous, we've designed it so you can have a full-time job and still be trained at the Academy, because our training schedule, we have some intensives. We have 4 4-day intensives throughout the year for you to take. But in between, we have meetings, group meetings, and you will have mentor meetings. Yes, you will get a mentor who you will see twice a month. And these are people who are PCCs or better, PCC, Professional Coach Certification, or MCC, like me, Master Coach Certification through the ICF, International Coach Federation. And so if you are interested in getting down to really becoming trained, we're the school for you, you know? Because as I said, coaching is just as powerful as psychotherapy. And you want to know that you're making a difference. You know, you don't want to waste your time or your client's time in figuring out how to empower them. You want to go in immediately and begin to empower them with ease and have them love you for it. I mean, it would be, I say this a lot to our students. Would it be okay with you if your clients really love you? I mean, just love you because you are such a good coach for them. Would that be okay? Now, we specialize in, we're certified, accredited, we're accredited through the International Coach Federation. And we believe in having our students have ICF credentials because, look, you're paying money, you're you're spending time getting trained. Don't you want some worldwide recognition? The fellowship of like-minded professionals. And what I've noticed over the years is that more and more professional organizations, corporations, and even individuals, when you offer to coach them, they are beginning to ask, are you trained and certified? And if you say yes, they might say, are you ICF certified? That's usually the question, in fact. And it's important that you say yes. I remember one woman I met coming out of a huge seminar. There was about 2,000 people there. They were talking about coaching, but the person who was providing the coach training was not ICF certified. And so you could get their training techniques, but you couldn't call yourself ICF certified. And she literally took me by the shoulder, the arm here, and she said, Maria, I've spent a lot of money here to get trained. And she said the training wasn't bad, but two things. I don't feel like I'm part of a real supportive community. And second of all, I just tried to get on a military base to have a coaching contract. And the first thing they asked me was, were you ICF certified as a coach? And I had to tell them no. So, it's very important for you to get certified, whether you come with us or not. Okay. Really, I'm just telling you the truth. Very important for you. So if you want to join us, there are some steps, very easy. Number one, you should register for the Academy Foundational Training. You can go to acecoachtraining.com/foundation/sliding scales. You'll see this. You'll see this in our chat space. And the Academy Foundational Training is for everyone. It's about you learning tools that will transform your life. Why? Because I found a very simple truth. You and I cannot support another human being in going past a point that we haven't gone ourselves. We cannot support another person to open up their life and see the value and keep going with it if we're not doing the same thing ourselves, you know? So joining the Academy foundational training, then step 2, joining the Academy foundational coaching course. And you'll see the principles and practices of something called ontological coaching. Now, ontology is, I'm going to give you a technical term, it's the study of the nature of being. In other words, before we look at what we want or what we feel or even what we think, we can always ask ourselves the question, who am I being in this process? Am I being compassionate? Am I being clear? Am I being focused? Am I being generous? Am I being grateful? What am I contributing to the situation? That is a quality that we call a quality of being that will actually open the space rather than close it. Step 3, step 2, you join the Academy Foundational Coaching course, and we teach you the skills that we've been using to train you in the first course that you took. You will also learn something. You see me smiling. You know, as a psychologist, I spent a long time looking at trying to discern, what do I project on other people as a therapist that would make it difficult for me to therapize them. We've developed a way for you to see clearly what you project onto other people, like your clients, that would make it difficult for you to coach them. But you see that within the first 2 days of this coaching course, because that lays the foundation for you to grab hold of and use these coaching skills and tools to be with people on an ontological level, looking at who they are being. Are they being a hero right now? Do I see that they're a hero on their hero's path? So, step 3 is when you join the professional certification program itself. And right after that second course that you take, you enter the academy, you pair it up with a mentor, and immediately you start seeing clients, paying clients. The reason I'm laughing is because one of the biggest hurdles that you're going to face is actually starting to charge for these coaching services. So many people over the years have said to me, you know, the reason it's hard for me to charge is because I'm having so much fun. To which I say, oh, you mean you have to be feeling miserable in order to charge? But we're going to make you make money. I'm sorry. That's what we're going to do. Because until you're out there with people, with your mentor coach, providing value, providing good services, and getting paid in kind, you'll never develop as the professional coach you want to be. So you have a course called the Art of Enrollment. You have an advanced coaching course. You have something called a 14-week coaching skills group. I mean, we are so dedicated to you being skillful by the time you leave the academy. You know, that's, you know, just like our agenda is to forward your agenda. So I have here some common questions that people ask. I'm going to read them. Time. How long will it take? 1 to 2 years, 1.5 years on average. And once again, most people do this training while they're holding down another job. And you don't have to. If you don't, it usually speeds up the process. How much time will it take? A few hours per week. Seriously, not a heck of a lot of time. Can I keep a job while I do it? Yes. Is the schedule flexible? Yes. How much does it cost? We have a sliding scale in everything. Okay. From our first course to your admission into the academy. Why? Because we don't want financial difficulties to keep you out of training to be a coach. So it's going to cost you about $9,000 to $16,000, depending upon where you are in the sliding scale. You can pay over time while you're at the academy, plus $250 a month for 2 sessions with a highly trained mentor. That's they're charging you $125 a session. And these are people who usually charge anywhere from $275 to $375 a session alone. How will I get clients? We're going to support you. We have training, we have mentorship, we have peer support. Really, if you want clients, really, or if you're willing to have clients to work with, we will show you how to do it. Logistics. Is my coach training entirely online? Yes. With the start of the COVID, we had to pivot and put everything online. And as a result, we're pulling from people all over the world now. So we're liable to stay online forever. There are 4 live virtual courses. I named them for you. Everything else is live online, as well as, nothing is pre-recorded. That's what that says. Nothing is pre-recorded. Okay. Will I qualify for an ICF ACC credential? Yes. We exceed all ICF requirements. You just have to pass the ICF written test for which we prepare you. Okay. So regarding the student experience, how much support will I get? One-on-one mentorship coaching with a mentor, student support groups twice a month, unlimited access to the Dean of Students. And she is wonderful, wonderful to support and talk to you. How much is theoretical versus experiential? Well, let's put it this way. We might teach you the theory of why something works. Okay. However, we don't stop there. You will learn how to implement principles and tools that have these theories come alive with possibility and promise, because you're going to see how to implement them. Lots of experiential learning. How big are the classes? No more than 30 students, so that we have a lot of one-on-one interaction. So your next step, if you'd like a scheduled chat with the admissions coach, acecoachtraining.com/chat. Begin your studies with us at our online core course academy, foundational train. Really, come and join us. You're going to love it. And you will discover something that every time you've been wanting to go forward in life and you find yourself experiencing some difficulty, like you want to write a book, you want to write a song, you want to, whatever it is, and you're just about to do it, and all of a sudden you run into difficulty. That's usually because there's something called your basic assumption, which is a decision you made many, many years ago when you were 18 months to 2 years old about yourself, other people, or the world. It's either fight, flight, or freeze, and it just gets on your shoulder. and it starts talking to you and you stop. But in this course, you're going to see it. You're going to observe what's been there all along. The minute you see it, you don't have to be it. It loses its hold over you. It's marvelous. That's the Academy Foundational Training course. Schedule a chat. Begin your studies with us at our online core course, Academy Foundational Training, and email your questions. We'll answer them directly at the team at acecoachtraining.com. Team at acecoachtraining.com. And if you have any questions of me particularly, let them know and I'll get in touch with you. Okay? So it's Dr. Maria saying, thank you so much. Thank you so, so, so much. I look forward to seeing you in our courses. Okay? Come on. Come on. If you know you want to do it, come on. Just do it. See you later.